machine? Time machine. eve of the halving. Holy crap, we made it. Holy shit. What is it? Is it already here? Is it already here? Oh my god. We've got 24 hours and maybe 25 hours. We're going to go into that real quick. How you guys doing? Hopefully your bags are coming back up. Bitcoin is now testing 64K on the eve of the halving. And yeah, we're working right back into some crazy stuff in the news. Gary Gensler's trolling the whole goddamn crypto community. Or if not the world. Who knows what's going on, man. It's crypto chaos. That's all it is, man. It's just constantly crypto chaos. And yeah, it's here. It's here to stay. It's a historic moment. Let's just dive right into it. Holy shit! Oh my god! All right, look at where we're at. Damn. So we're starting to recover today. We got options expiring tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, the 19th, right? The 19th. The 20th is on Saturday. That's what we're looking forward to here on the show, right? Although it's looking like we're probably going to have the halving a little sooner, as everyone is counting down. We have, of course, our countdown, which is 1 day, 3 hours, and 57 minutes, and 27 seconds until the 420 blaze it Bitcoin halving, and that's what we have been tracking on this channel since the beginning of this freaking year. It's freaking awesome. It's right around the corner. It's here. I can't get pumped up enough, man. And we're gonna dive into some of the ramifications and the reality of what we are to expect here in the next few weeks, few months, and the next coming year. Because it's about to get freaking rowdy. Yeah. And let's just dive into some of our TA as I normally do. Just kind of look at the overall markets. Fear and greed. Look at this, Wall Street fanboys. Oh, yes. Mondo, welcome. Moon Lambo. Damn. Look at this. Moon Lambo's back in the house. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, Moon. Happy to see you back in the house. You're happy to pick up a Bitcoin pizza, hopefully. Have you seen that new ad that Coinbase put out yesterday? Or 2 days ago, actually. That was pretty cool. Leading to the Bitcoin Pizza Day, right? Yeah, the fear and greed. It's not looking good for stocks right now. And one of the guys that I constantly follow, if you're not familiar with him, his name is Meet Kevin. Look at what he had to say today. This is pretty fun.
And I've been complaining since March. But I think the real pain is about to hit. I pray that I'm wrong. And people say, like, oh, Kevin, well, I mean, if you're in cash, why would you pray that you're wrong? Because recessions are nasty. People get laid off. They lose their jobs. Their startups fail. They go bankrupt. They lose their homes, their car, their relationships. They get divorced. People die.
That's a pretty crude stuff to walk right into tonight, huh? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The rest of the market is losing their shit. And crypto's down, right? We're down, but we're not quite there yet in doom and gloom, right? We're not, I mean, look at this. You compare the stock fear and greed index to where we currently are with crypto. We're still sitting pretty greedy, right? Still sitting pretty greedy. We know what's coming. We know that the dollar is donezo, right? We know that we've pretty much... we covered it yesterday with Pompliano. Pompliano said it best. Arthur Hayes actually said it 2 days ago as well. I think that was recorded about a week ago. But everyone's saying it out loud now. They're not afraid to speak their mind and say they are debasing the dollar. Plain and simple, the U.S. government is planning to debase our dollar. And, luckily we do have a safe haven to put some of our assets, hopefully, if everything... stays afloat. Because, I mean, to be real, though, I mean, crypto's not going to save you from everything. But you know what? It's going to save you from a debasing currency, that's for sure. So what's... Kevin, what was that?
How do you say it? Hyperbolic here.
It's just
recessions suck. And
yeah, recessions do suck. That's why we hope to be on the other side of the recession and not hold fiat and silly stuff, that are going to debase in value over time. We're looking for a hedge of inflation, right? This is what we're going to go into a little bit today. Just kind of like the ramifications of what you're to expect holding Bitcoin after a halving, right? As we look back into history and what happened during the halving and where we are right now. And this, again, history doesn't tend to repeat, but it does tend to rhyme, right? One of my favorite directors, George Lucas, while he's directing Clone Wars and Episode 1, he tend to say that a lot in the prequels. But yeah, that's where we're headed, right into that with Bitcoin as well. As let's just kind of dive back to the past to show the previous halvings and what we are to expect. I've got our trendy, handy dandy halving indicators I mapped out a long time ago on my charts here. So you can see here in the mid, we've never gotten to the top of a previous cycle ever before halving. So this time is different. Whatever people say, this time is different. Let's pull back some of this other stuff as well. And just kind of take a look. Take a deep breath, man. We came a long way. Holy crap, man! I've been holding Bitcoin now for almost 4 freaking years. It's getting stupid. It's getting really dumb out there. But this is what we're to expect, right? We're sitting at the brief moment of the final blocks being mined. I think there's like 180 or something like that, or less to be mined. Let's pull this up. I think I actually have it. I have a more accurate halving indicator. This is one right here. This is the Bitcoin block mining reward. The block reward countdown, right? There was another one that was actually done by it was on one of these news outlets too. This one's 153 blocks left. Look at this, 153 blocks left. That's it. Every single hour we're mining 6 blocks? Is it 9? I forget. It's not that many, right? We don't have that many hours to go, man. We're right around the corner. Oh, I'm so bullish. But we can't get too far ahead of ourselves, right? We do have to wait for everything to capitulate. We've got a lot of crazy world stuff going on, right? And yeah, as we kind of look back into the past, you can see that we're just about ready to go on a massive bull run. As pretty much every halving is shown. Even if you really look at the original halvings too. I mean, look at this way back here, and you zoom the hell in. You can see it's the exact same pattern on the micro scale. I mean, we're just printing bigger numbers now, right? This is all we're looking at. Same thing, different day, different year, different 4-year cycle. So yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. We're just not playing in the little leagues anymore. We're up in the hundreds of thousands of dollars here coming up soon. Within 16 months, 18 months, we're gonna dive a little bit into that. As time will go on, and we will see bigger and better things. I think a lot of this sell-off right now, there's a lot of factors. We got the options expiring tomorrow. We got the tax season. People are selling off their taxes. Selling off Bitcoin to pay their taxes, right? Essentially. We've got the miners. The miners need to sell off to maintain some of the overall expenses they're going to have to pay. Because as the difficulty increases, so will, the price of these keeping these rigs going, these ASICs, man. This stuff's not cheap. Oh my god, it's not cheap. I need a new video card. I can tell you it's not cheap. Shit. Oh man. Yeah. So, other than that, all the doom and gloom. There's plenty of it right now. If you look at every single news article, every single news outlet right now, and you just look at the headlines, it's ridiculous. Maybe not this particular news group, but yeah, this one. We're going to dive into Gary Gensler here in a second, but look at this. Bitcoin halving. Goldman Sachs downplays impact of Bitcoin. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Bitwise is doing that. Goldman Sachs is doing that. I mean, all these analysts, all these people that were bullish before are now downplaying it. We had freaking Peter Schiff coming out saying, it's a bubble, get out, it's a bubble. Crypto.com CEO, Bitcoin price dip likely. Everyone's talking about this giant massive sell-off. Typically, I've noticed over the years that if everyone expects the same thing all at once, the opposite will completely happen. Is that what's going to happen now with Bitcoin? Is everyone like just hoping that we'll have a giant dip so that we could buy more? I mean, it would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely gonna pick it up more. But will it actually happen? That's the big question of the hour, and we won't know. We won't know for another 48 hours. So we shall see. And even then, like come Monday after the weekend, because it's going to happen over the weekend. Come Monday, even into Sunday, we could see some crazy like news. I mean, last weekend we had the bombs drop, right? I mean, who the hell knows what's going to happen this weekend? Who the hell knows? But yeah, let's dive into our boy Gary. Our boy Gary. Hey Gary, is a Pokemon card a security? We still don't know. We don't know if it's a tokenized Pokemon card. We don't know if it's still a security. Oh God. We still don't know if Ethereum's officially a security or not. So U.S. Securities Exchange Commission freaking SEC chair Gary Gensler. Gary the Goblin Gensler. Gary the Goblin Ginsler, Golem, Mr. Burns. He's got so many nicknames in the space. Everyone hates him. Equally hated individual. Unfortunately, social media posts expressing that he's been an honor to serve as the SEC chairman sparked speculation within the crypto community that he might be resigning from his position. What is going on with Gary? He trolls a lot, man. I don't know if you noticed the whole stake thing. I mean, like I'll pull it up here in a minute. But yeah, like that's his thing. That's his MO. His MO is just trolling people. He's probably not leaving. I mean, he's probably holding out the hope that Biden will get reelected and he can hold his spot or whatever. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think if any politician gets in office, Gary is not going to stay. There's no way. He's done nothing but disservice to everyone as the head of the SEC. Anywho, the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission Gary Gensler post on the social media platform X on Wednesday briefly caused confusion in the crypto community, with some mistakenly believing he was resigning. Gensler's post began with the phrase, "It's been an honor to serve," commonly used by those leaving their positions. This led many to believe in the crypto space, yours truly, that the SEC chair was stepping down, something they had hoped for very, very, very soon. Oh my God. And believe that was the focus approach of the regulating industry, yada, yada, yada. However, these hopes were quickly dashed when Gensler continued his post with the statements praising his work at the SEC. Are you freaking kidding me? What work, Gary? We still don't know if anything's a security in our country. We've got Hong Kong just passed us in crypto regulation. They're passing the Ethereum. They're probably going to start trading next week. Ethereum, spot, Bitcoin ETFs as well. I mean, this is ridiculous. How could you fail us anymore? Yet you're praising you and your firm. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh God, Gary, the goddamn Gensler, and of course, Oscar's not working tonight. But yeah, you're stupid, Gary. What are you stupid? Yes, you are, because you couldn't even tell us.
Suppose I would have purchased a Pokemon card. Would doing so constitute a security transaction?
Purchase a Pokemon card. I don't know what the context is, but
If I purchase a Pokemon card, is that a security transaction?
That's not a security.
Okay. If I were to purchase a tokenized Pokemon card on a digital exchange via a blockchain, is that a security transaction?
I'd have to know more.
Okay, so for you, the process of tokenization is what transforms a non-security
just said it.
transaction into a security transaction?
Look,
I'd have to know more, right? It's okay though. At least we know the difference between
that's S-T-A-K.
Stake
not
and stake.
S-T-E-A-K.
Thank you, Gary.
That's S-T-E-A-K.
Thank you. So he's done absolutely nothing but troll us, basically, for the last 3 fucking years that I've watched this goofy guy. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't. Just my heart just. I did. My blood boils. So yeah. He says it's been an honor to serve. Over the past 3 years, I've seen firsthand how the incredible staff the SEC served investors and insurers alike. They've all been working on making our markets more efficient, competitive, transparent, and resilient. Transparent? We don't still know anything. Like, none of the exchanges know how to even list anything because of you, Gary, because you're not open or transparent. The Treasury clearing, corporate governance, and money market funds, to name a few. Gary wrote in his follow-up post, he emphasized, we're not done. We're not done. Our agenda further equity, market structure rules, yada, yada. Cybersecurity. He keeps asking for more money to regulate, but he's not regulating anything. And frankly, Congress knows, and they've had enough with it. We're falling behind. We're falling behind in a big way. as we just, watch our money burn. Watch our money burn and our regulation and our congressman with it. Anywho, I gotta get out of that because my blood is boiling when I think of it. How our country has failed us in so many ways. All right, so just want to kind of dive back into Bitcoin real quick, see what's going on. As we're probably gonna see a bit of a sell-off, to be honest. Things were kind of poking up today at 64. We're on the 4-hour chart here, but I could say that it's still early to tell. It's looking like we're still on a down low. I mean, this is the hourly chart. I think after options expire tomorrow, they shake all the weekends out. We're probably gonna see a rally. Well, it really depends on the stock market, man. I just showed you my one of my favorite back and forth stock exchange traders, right? Meet Kevin. He's scared. He's shaking his little boots, even though he is now jumping on the crypto wagon. So yeah, everyone again is playing these really fuddish like news. Like I want to say follow the money, but like this just seems too much of a convenience. Like, yeah, I would love for it to drop more. I'd love to be able to accumulate $50,000 Bitcoin for another year. That'd be nice. But is it reality when half of the Bitcoin, all the Bitcoins will be cut in half per day, and we can hardly even keep the ETFs going in America, yet alone another one in the, on the land of China, the second largest economy in the world? How the hell are we going to keep that ball rolling? We can't. Not when they're settling the ETFs every single day and we're still getting massive inflows. This is not going to happen. And we're not even talking about the banks yet and everything else. So let's just quickly kind of go over what's left on the exchanges right now. Just following what's going on in America with Coinbase settling the exchanges. 278,000 left in the U.S. Primarily Coinbase, right? This is what we're looking at for settling the exchanges, the ETFs. In America, not that much left, man. I mean, it's less than what that's pretty much as much as BlackRock and Grayscale currently hold, right? That's hardly anything to shake at. That's all that's really left in America. I mean, this is the largest exchange, and we know that they're selling their shares now to buy Bitcoin. They have to get some more over-the-counter Bitcoin for these ETFs. It's all going to run dry by the end of the year. More than likely by the end of the year. Hell, I mean, it might happen by the summer at this rate. BlackRock has accumulated 300,000 Bitcoin basically in 2 or 3 months. So yeah, it's not going to take very long. The rest of the currencies, right? Crypto exchanges, we're sitting at a 1.73 million left on exchanges. That's out of 21 million Bitcoin. We are down to 1.7 left for everyone to buy. 8 billion people now have to struggle to purchase 1.7 million. Are you ready? The race is on. Because after tomorrow, basically, 1 day, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 hour, whatever you want to believe, as the last block is mined. That's it. We're off to the races. The rat race has begun. I don't know if you ever seen that movie back in the day, Rat Race. That was a crazy movie. Yeah. It's a race. It's on. And again, not to scare you or anything, but just a daily reminder, as I usually do. We're living in the dystopian future. This is it. This is reality. Watch out for the radioactive material. It's coming, as the bombs will drop eventually. And we'll be burning our money in the streets to stay warm, just like Argentina, just like all these other countries out there. That's the lira and the naira and the how many times has the mark fell in Germany, right? Like we're talking about World War and all this crazy stuff. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But don't forget, this is the world we have, right? This is it. This is what we got. So make the best of it. Protect yourself, protect your loved ones, and ensure that your family has a name to carry on. Bitcoin might be that only way for that to happen. So that's what a lot of investors are looking at right now. All right, so moving on. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for Gary for doing nothing and getting to fights with CNBC this year. That was fun. Oh, that was actually last. No, that was this year. When the
And so if you're deploying a model, you want to make sure that the model has certain guardrails. Part of the big here. I
mean, I can raise you one Paul
Okay.
Tutu, one Larry Fink, one Stan.
never forget when the newscasters were starting fisticuffs with him, having him on in person. That was fun. Yeah, so it's never a dull moment with Gary Ginsler. Moving on. Man, there's a lot of FUD to carry over today, man. I really don't want to cover the FUD, though, but I have to. Let's just quickly dive into crypto bubbles as everything starts to come back up on the day. On the hour, we're slipping a little bit, but on the day, everything seems to be up at least between 3 to 9%, 10% on average. So your favorite cryptos are up about 3 to 10% today. Hallelujah, good riddance, yada yada, whatever. Everything's still on sale, though, to be honest. I mean, we're still not quite up from our yearly on year gains, right? I mean, Render's still up 300%. That's pretty damn good. Solana's up 550%. That's still pretty damn good. All these meme coins, I don't even want to touch the 10-foot pole, but they're still up. They're still doing all right. So yeah, there is still lots of money to be made in the market, and as we continue to be greedy, don't forget, this is the current state of the market, and next year is still the peak. We're at the very beginning. The halving starts tomorrow. Ultimately, the altcoins start to rise after tomorrow. So we have a few months to look forward to, and it's going to be insane. All right, the dollar. Holy crap. So let's start with the FUD, right? The dollar rises continuingly, putting up new yearly all-time highs for the year at $106, man. 106. I mean, this is crazy. We can't pull back that on the dollar. And again, we had to completely decouple because Bitcoin usually would move down like 30, 20, at least 20 to 30% on days like these where we're sitting at all-time highs for the dollar on the year. I remember 2021 watching Bitcoin just completely plummet after something like this, an indicator like this. Damn. Moon Lambo says he got his pizza. Nice, man. How many Bitcoin was that pizza, right? How many Bitcoin was that pizza? Yeah, I don't know if you saw that ad I was talking about earlier, but it was a good ad. I'll just play it real quick because it's fun. The pizza. How many pizzas can you buy? It was cute, funny, tongue-in-cheek, right? Boom.
Over.
Of course, I hit the X.
Over time, your money gets useless. Does Bitcoin? Well, in 2012, one Bitcoin bought you this much pizza. In 2016, this much pizza. In 2020, this much pizza. And in 2024, well, you get the gist. Roughly every 4 years, the future supply of Bitcoin is reduced.
Is it a hedge against inflation or a hedge against expensive
more,
pizza?
not less.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's fun.
Over time,
That's fun.
your money gets you.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to cover all the time. The other thing I heard about too today was more Ready Player One stuff, which I'm excited to cover as well. If we get some time if we get past all the FUD, right? Today is about that Bitcoin halving. We are 1 day away. This is insane. Anyway, so yeah, bitwise, right? Moving on from our how much the dollar has gone up in terms of its place in the world. Yeah, we are still at cheap. We're still cheap. If we fall down, I mean, hell, if we fall down right now to 52, we'll be officially back into. Well, no, it had to. Yeah, 52.3. If we went back down to 52.3, we'd still be back in. Oh yeah, nice, Moon Lambo. Ready Player One, yeah, the books. I do actually have all the books in my studio. But yeah, yeah, if we do actually fall between below 52, we will officially be back into the accumulation zone, which is insane. It's insane, especially when we've seen all the institutions start to flood in. ETFs already launched. People are lining their 401ks with this shit. I mean, it's about to go off the rails. It's stupid. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that real quick because, I mean, we're so cheap right now, man. So cheap. I love how Michael Saylor always refers to it as we are 0.07 of $1 million right now. My God. That's how early we are. So, yeah, Bitcoin halving is still sell the news event, according to Bitwise. It's a sell the news event. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of articles that come out like this over the next few days, trying to flood everyone out of the market. Rather than dwell in theory, let's look at the data. On a short-term return basis, the data suggests that the halving is a sell the news event. I just showed you the chart, right? Like, it really isn't. We know that at least between 6 to 12 months, we're going to see a 25 to 50% almost guaranteed year-over-year gain after the halving. And then the following year, where we have the peak, the cycle top, the blow-off top, or whatever you want to call it, Peter Schiff's bubble, right? Yeah, we're looking at a on typically it's a 4-year cycle. We have a 300% top, right? I blow off top, and yeah, I mean that could be no different, or this time could be different because of the exchanges and the institutions and the smart money and you know the 401ks and you know, all yada 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 yada. Will it be really different though? We'll see. Is this going to be the legendary super cycle where we just never stop, we just go up forever? Arguably, and I've covered this on here before, if you look at the gold chart, right, and you look at what happened with the ETFs after the gold chart, when they launched with the with gold. Go back to 1 hour on the 1 day. Probably have to go back to the 1 week. Pull up my chart here. Blah blah blah. Hopefully I didn't delete it. I might have deleted it. Yeah, that's my gold chart. Well, I know I did map it on top of the Bitcoin chart too, so even if I did get rid of it over the years. But yeah, it was about 2004 or 5, I believe, when the ETFs launched. And look at that. Boom. Nothing but up. We had a dip down here. And again, this is gold. This is not the scarcest asset in the world anymore. After tomorrow, Bitcoin will be the most scarcest asset ever humanly made. More scarce than gold after tomorrow, because there's only going to be 450 mined each day. And we know we can still find gold if we need to. People can still sell their gold jewelry. We can still melt down gold. We can still repurpose gold. But you're not going to be able to mine any more than 450 Bitcoin after tomorrow for another 4 years, and then that's going to be cut in half in the next 4 as well. So when it comes to a currency, it's the only finite thing we have in the world. Ever conceived, ever created, that is it. So yeah, I personally believe it's going to follow the same market structure as gold, and you could arguably say it's already started that now. At the ETFs, when they were launched, at the beginning of the year, in January 15th, boom, we had a little tiny dip, and then boom, it was off to the races from there. We had our first pullback this month ever. We had 7 consecutive freaking monthly candles. It was insane. Oh my God. I mean, I really wish Oscar was working tonight. But yeah, what are you, stupid? Like, let's see if I can get her back on the stream. Get her working again. But yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, you can't be. Huh? Yeah, my Elgato is dead. All right. Well, anywho, I'm not gonna stop there. The ETH as well has kind of. I mean, look at this. Like this is pretty a good valued range right now too. If you wanted to get really big into ETH, I have a whole bunch of ETH, but I don't really recommend anyone getting into it right now. So I think Solana is really undervalued. Like $140 right now. Damn, dude. We touched 115 this year already. 215. And that's almost like $100 off right now. I'd be picking up some more if I had some extra dough, man. If I had some extra dough. Anywho. Yep. Oh yeah, so Ready Player One. I wanted to cover that. That was fun. So Ready Player One came out. We actually covered it the other day. I think it was like 2 weeks ago now. They have a game that's launching in VR, right? It's going to be a Battle Royale style game. Launching in a metaverse style client that they're going to be doing now airdrops. And that's the news I got today is that they're going to be... if I can find the... they had a panel going over it today. Apparently it's hard to find on the news. Yeah, that was... I saw... I'll probably have to leech onto his stream, but basically, Paul Barron, love him. Shout out to him. I'm gonna tag him on my stream later. But yeah, he's been pulling out like so much freaking alpha. So much alpha. It is the Ready Player One. Damn, dude, I can't even find it on there. But yeah, basically what they're doing right now is they're offering and they're teasing it, really. Right there it is. They're teasing airdrops, and they had a little bit of a panel with Klein as well.
At the time,
The
though,
author,
years
of
later,
course, of
after the
Ready
movie
Player
came
One.
out and gave people an idea about the potential of the metaverse, technology was finally starting to catch up. So we started talking with potential technology partners to help us bring about our ideal version of the metaverse, and that's when we met Sharon Aaron.
Finding Easter eggs or something hidden by the creator in a virtual world that I was playing always resonated with me when I was young, and so it was kind of marrying that idea with what if Willy Wonka was a game designer and held his golden ticket contest inside the greatest video game ever created. So that's the heart of it, and it's kind of that's the inspiration behind what we're doing in our hunt inside of Open.
We're currently developing hunts with a lineup of major brands, which we won't, Aaron, announce today. Aaron, don't announce anything for now, everyone. You won't really know that you're in a hunt until suddenly you realize, oh, I'm a part of a meta internet game, and I've just entered the playing field, and now I can engage with the brands I love, earn rewards that I could have never earned before, keep them in a place where they're easy to find, really easy to access.
This is the kind of stuff that they're going over right now that I've been really getting mad at gamers, because again, this is going to change our entire freaking ecosystem as gamers. We'll be able to keep our freaking assets on the blockchain in the games and actually have ownership over something digital. It's the first time ever where we're going to be able to outlast the servers as they collapse, as they create these new infrastructures and everything like that. Yeah, it's going to be freaking awesome. Moon Lambo, you did ask about Ready Player 2. I don't have the best things to say about Ready Player 2. I love the world he created, but it wasn't the greatest novel in my opinion. Ready Player 1 was definitely a lot better, and honestly, the book does tell a better story than the movie, but the movie does it justice, especially for the people going to see cinema and to get people to really wise up and see exactly where this industry's headed. This is not going to stop. This is not going to stop with one game or one blockchain, right? We're going to have so many networks. We're going to have so many games. We're going to have so many worlds. And ultimately, we're going to have so many new products. Like, I don't know if you heard about Adidas. I think we covered it a few days ago. We found an article about Steppen partnering up with Adidas, which was pretty huge, because Steppen at the time, they were like putting out their own shoe, but now they can actually team up with bigger. Jeez, I can't even. There we go. The Steppen and Adidas partnership, as they're offering in a raffle right now, apparently. But yeah, I mean, this is move to earn, right? We're talking about play to earn with Player 1 style gaming, and we're gonna have move to earn with Steppen. and other projects as well. STEPN's not new either. It's been around for a while. That's the shoe that they're offering there. And basically, you just tie it into your app, and it logs your steps, and you get paid in cryptocurrency if you're not familiar with the project. Moon Label says, movie had its moments, but they should have had more faithful to the book. Yeah, I think the biggest problem with that was it was just too many properties referenced in the book. They did a good job, right, as much as they could, but like for some reason they couldn't get Leopardon. That was one thing I was really looking forward to, was of course the Japanese Spider-Man reference in the book. But I mean, we got Gundam, right? We got Gundam. I was happy to have freaking Gundam. Not Leopardon, but yeah, that was cool. I mean, in the book they also referenced like his school. They didn't even touch on his school at all in the movie. That was a big part of the opening of the book. I mean, at least 3 chapters, I think he was at school. And it kind of reminded me of my days in school too, as kind of the outcast in the hallways, and like the days before and the days before big events. I would just go to hang out in the hallways and just chill with my my notebooks and my sketchbooks and draw. Yeah, the ending was dumb. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that was pretty lame. I'm not gonna lie. How they ended that movie. Yeah. Oh well. All right. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at tons of new products, tons of new games. We played Nyan Heroes the other day, a few weeks ago, and they did their open beta. That was cool. I'm looking forward to more of that game, or style games as well. That was kind of like an Overwatch style kind of hero-based not even first-person shooters, third-person shooter. It kind of reminded me a lot of Quake, to be honest, like Unreal Tournament or Quake back in the day. Yeah, so the Bitcoin halving, holy crap! And let's go over some quick Google trends too. We're picking up some time. We're getting closer to 9 o'clock. So again, we're a day out from the halving, and no one is talking about it. We're still covering normie shit. We're still looking at sports teams and 9/11 outage. I don't even know what the hell that is all about. Indonesian volcano. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. I mean, Jesus, Quentin Tarantino. Oh god! And then down here towards the bottom, we have things that we're kind of looking at. Oh no! Warwick Davis, I guess his wife passed away. I was actually just talking about Warwick Davis the other day with one of my friends. But yeah, that's about it. That's all the normies are talking about right now. It's mostly sports like usual, or celebrities. And then if we look at the Bitcoin on the trends, this is on the 30 days. We're come up a little bit, man, as we approach a day before the halving. This is it. Oh my god. Bitcoin's about to go to the moon. That's right, Mondo. And the normies are not doing anything. They're not doing nothing. And we covered this yesterday, but if you haven't seen it yet, the halving, specifically people Googling the halving, had its peak yesterday. So it's come down a bit today, but yeah, people know about it, right? CNBC, we cover it every freaking day. CNBC has someone on there. Usually it's Anthony Pompliano almost every damn day now. I did a pretty silly short yesterday about it. Pompliano basically is on there every damn day. And yeah, if you just go to YouTube real quick as we do this.
So just chill out.
Yeah, the halving's like right around the corner. And you just type in Bitcoin, right? And boom. What do we got? CNBC, Bitcoin 10 hours ago. We got Yahoo News 8 hours ago. There's the Pompliano thing we covered yesterday. 5 hours ago, CoinDesk, CNBC, another 5 hours ago. Bitcoin jumps to 63, but JP Morgan says that crypto could decline post-halving, even though he's the biggest shill on the planet. He's lying out to everyone in front of their faces. Companies already invested into Bitcoin months ago. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yahoo Finance 1 hour ago. Yeah, I mean, everyone's talking about it day in, day out. We're not stopping. All the mainstream talking about it. You know, I never hear CNN or maybe a little bit of Fox News talks about it. But yeah, most primary news outlets pretty much ignore it. And it makes you wonder why. It makes you wonder why, because we live in this controlled environment where everything's based on propaganda. It makes you wonder why. So yeah, this is what's going on right now on YouTube's. Pretty much the normies, as we covered the trends, and we can dive a little bit into Twitter real quick and see what's going on there, and take a look and see what's going on with Bitcoin before the end of the night. We've got, of course, our trusty Kimba, and getting the book map on the live for us. But yeah, let's update this and see if anyone's saying anything fun tonight, as Bitcoin sits at a 63,000 the day before the halving. We got 60 minutes. Is that 60 minutes covering Bitcoin? What? I was gonna say no, they're not. We did cover how 60 minutes went over. I had that interview with Paul, though. That was entertaining. As we, what was his quote? Jerome Powell said, "We're in fact borrowing off of backs of future generations." Right? That's what we're doing. Bitcoin halving clock 11111. Here we go. It's time. The time is now. 149 blocks remaining. Oh my god. One more day. So everyone's super excited. Everyone's super happy. We're finally there. Oh my god. Oh god. And there it is, Michael Saylor. I remember that old video. Yeah. So yeah, everyone's just kind of finally there, crossing the finish line. Yeah, we did it. We waited all these years, and it's finally here. Oh god, Sonic riding a bull. Bitcoin to the moon. Oh my god. Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama. Yep. Of course. So that's what's going on right now with Twitter. Everyone's just kind of celebrating. We're almost there, and honestly, I mean, we're probably sitting at $100,000 Bitcoin within 6 months, like by October. Some people are even expecting Bitcoin to reach 100,000 by the summer. Believe what you want, but at some point we're going to be skyrocketing. It's simple supply and demand. Simple supply and demand. Let's see if we got any more FUD articles to cover, because it's pretty much been all about that tonight. The BRC20 tokens are, I mean, there's a lot going on right now, runes and everything else, stacks. There's a lot that is going to push the miners into high gear, even after the halving. Nigeria crypto reputation will prevail despite recent setbacks. Yeah, that's since they basically tried to push really strong crippling regulations in Nigeria to try to stop the debasement of their currency from it. It's not going to stop. This is going to happen to everyone. It's going to happen to everyone. I like that sentiment there, Moon. Moon says we're going to retest 50K, then boom. That's what I'm hoping for a bit of a drop down to those levels, though. Yeah, I mean we're 50 to break 58, and then 52. Ultimately, if we break 58, we're going to 52. So I would say we're more likely going to test, but we've had a super strong. This is going to be the hardest thing to see if we're looking at trying to break down. We have to get through 60, and every single time we touch 60, there's been massive buys. They buy up all the wicks every single time. So that is the real question. Can we get below? Here's the Bitcoin chart. Can we get below 60 again? I don't know. We touched 59. I got my order in here. That was the second to the last big order I had set up in play was 59,999. I threw it in there for fun just to watch the world burn, and it hit. I got it open buy order, so That was pretty cool. That might be the last one I get though, unless what you're saying, 50K, boom, boom. Again, we got to break that really strong support at 60 for that to happen. And I don't know. I don't know if Bitcoin has the inner to do that anymore, man. I mean, we've only touched it. It was like 3 times in one day. I remember that back here. That was 2 or 3 days ago. That was it. And then before that, we hadn't touched 60 since shit. It was like back in March, right? Right there. Yeah, March 20th. So there's a lot that has to push Bitcoin back underneath those levels, in my humble opinion. But we'll see. I'm all for it. I'm all for another paycheck where I can just keep buying Bitcoin 1% at $600, right? That'd be nice. Be nice, like old times. Yeah, and looks like right now the bulls are losing. They're getting knocked down. I mean, we are finding these. Today's going to be kind of a weekday, as again options do expire tomorrow. So, I really expect by Monday we're going to see some crazy moves, whether it's high volatility or low volatility, just all over the place. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. The weekly chart does look like it's ready to dump. I agree. Damn. Let's see. Zoom out and see what he's showing. Talking about here. Yep. Boom. Yeah, that looks pretty drastic. Pretty dramatic. But I mean, you could say that on the daily though. We again basically just came right back up and capitulated before. We are putting a lower low on the daily, on the weekly of course. Yeah, because it's been nothing but up now for what, 7 consecutive months. So yeah, I mean we can't go up forever. Anywho, so yeah, what else are you buying right now, Lambo? That's what I want to know. What is everyone else buying right now? I've been throwing a little bit more at Cardano as we sat at like 45 cents. Cardano's been down pretty low. I have a big bag of Cardano, so I'm shilling that. I did pick up some more Jasmine too as we broke down under 2 pennies. Not that much though. I have a huge bag of Jasmine, so I'm not worried about that there. Other than that, I really I'm not buying it. I'm just DCing into Bitcoin mostly. Moon says he moved all his crypto off exchanges and loaded up on Bitcoin Cash. Damn, you're playing that Bitcoin Cash card, huh? Yeah. I mean, I definitely do see some of the forks pumping, especially since now it looks like the regulations now moving towards an ETF for a lot of the forks, right? So Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I mean, Doge now is looking at getting a freaking ETF. I mean, I wish I was making that up, but oh my God, can't make that up. Nope. Freaking dog coin, man. You know what I want? I want a coin. I want a dumpster fire coin. Yeah, that's what I want. This is my my Chinese dumpster. Beautiful red and gold dumpster. As we're preparing for the Bitcoin ETFs in China. Look at that golden dumpster fire. My God. Yeah, Doge has insane liquidity. Moon Lambo says. Yeah, I picked up some Doge a while back. I actually sold it and doubled. That was a few months ago, but I can't hold that long term with a straight face. I just can't. It's the only coin in the top 10 that has like zero utility. What the freak, man? I mean, I shouldn't say that. If people are buying it, people are expecting to trade it and sell it. I mean, ultimately, that's all you really need. I'm not gonna be a Debbie Downer there. Doge is a store of value at this point, yeah, and it's funny too. It really feels funny too that it is, and to me, I must feel like Peter Schiff when it comes to that. That must be how Peter Schiff feels about missing out on Bitcoin and just like being a gold bug forever. Oh shit, we're getting a bit of a breakout right now. The bulls are pushing. Yeah, I think a lot of we're gonna get some. I think at some point we're gonna get just a bag. We're gonna get like a basket of meme coin ETFs for like all the Solana ETFs in one basket, and we're gonna get all the meme coins in one basket, and all the and the big ones too. Like we haven't even seen a major other than like stuff being built on Bitcoin, right? Like ordinals and runes and stacks, and we haven't seen a Bitcoin meme coin run yet. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a Bitcoin meme coin run, and whatever those end up coming out being, they're probably gonna run hard. They're gonna probably run hard, and they're gonna everything's good for Bitcoin. Everything being built on Bitcoin is good for Bitcoin in my eyes. I know a lot of maxis are mad about Bitcoin being used for, NFTs like ordinals and yada yada, but whatever. It's fine. It's giving the miners something to work for. Anywho, I think that is all the news I had digged up for tonight. All the things that I really cared about in the space, to be honest. Again, a lot of FUD I just don't even want to read. It's just disgusting. Bitcoin and the Google searches. I mean, we covered pretty much all the big key notes of the week, pretty much. I did hear some rumors though about Bitcoin, about Google like really falling into Web3 in a big way now, but I don't know. There's rumors right now. I honestly don't think they can really do anything because they know that Web3 is basically gonna hurt them, because they're just not prepared for it. Or they definitely know what's coming, but they're not coming out with their projects yet. Not just yet. Yeah, that's pretty much I got. Damn. But I'm so excited, man. I cannot believe we're finally here. It is here. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Moon Lambo says play some anime. Play some video games. Watch some anime. I actually did finally just start watching an oldie but a goodie. I'm on the second season now of an old flame. That is My Hero Academia. I gave it a shot a long time ago. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes and I just didn't really fall into it. But I went back and I started watching it. They're on its 7th season now, so it's okay. It reminds me of X-Men, but anime. It's very my God, it's very moving. Every episode's like got you leaning on the edge, and at least the first season. I can't really say too much about the second season. I know Mondo was talking to me about it the other night. Mondo, we got to schedule something for next week, because I'm telling you, people really want to know why you are still a no-coiner. Are you still a pre-coiner? I don't know if Mondo's still a no-coiner. I think she is. But yeah, we were talking about that the other night. Did you hear about the XRP? The XRP, I mean, the stable coin, right? The stable coin is going on right now, but they had recently talked about XRP's. Brad Garlinghouse was talking about the ETF rolling out. He's basically like not saying anything specific about it, but pretty much alluding to all the other ETFs that are coming out in the pipeline, and they are freaking. They're officially designated as a commodity, so XRP should be getting a some sort of price action soon, right? Oh my God. I'm just waiting for the altcoin run, man. We haven't had a proper altcoin run yet. Like, it's just been all about Bitcoin since the beginning of the year, with a little bit here and there with Jasmine and Solana, and everything else is kind of like coming up and doing okay, doing all right. The meme coins have definitely had their freaking game, man. I want to see these meme coins drop off, the altcoins start to run, and we start to get a real utility run, as this freaking season is supposed to be about. This is the cycle for the prime utility tokens, man. This is how this is the cycle that chooses the winners and the losers. Like, this is the beginning of the Amazon Web3 moment. This is it. We got Amazon, we got Google, we got Microsoft. These are the bets we're placing right now. But honestly, I truly don't think that Bitcoin is going to sell off any more than like another 15% maybe. That would probably put us at our like what you and I are talking about, like 52, 55, I think, as of right now. Bitcoin's sitting at a 63-ish number, so that would put us at another 15% would take, yeah, about 53, 52. That's my game plan. I have another buy order set in at 52. That's pretty much it for Bitcoin for me. And then it's off to the races. Anything's possible. We could have another Black Swan event happen next weekend. I mean, this weekend we could have. It feels really convenient that the week before the halving we have the Iran strike on their embassy, right? And in the middle of the whole Israel, war with Hamas or whatever, Palestinians. Yeah, and now we got to worry about Iran out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure we're going to see another Black Swan event here in the next 3 to 7 days, just to halt some of this going on. You know, powers that be, they're not just sitting around buying Bitcoin. They're sitting around planning. They're sitting around planning. Damn right. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about here. That is exactly what we're talking about here, Lambo. Thank you. Lambo says, never let a good crisis go to waste, especially here in the dystopian future, where pretty much every crisis is right around the corner. And is only one pipe bomb away or nuclear bomb away or explosion from blood in the streets and a good time to buy Bitcoin and other crypto assets that you deem worthy for the future. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, man. Actually, she was my OG waifu. It's funny. Sakura, Street Fighter Sakura. My OG waifu from back in the 90s. That was my first true love. I got. And then Evangelion, and then, of course, where we are now with Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin. Bitcoin-chan. The most important waifu of them all at this current moment in the stage of crypto. Web3. Oh, Jesus. Sakura's freaking awesome. She's got the best moveset in my opinion. Aerial strikes and everything, and in all of Street Fighter. And of course Dark Sakura too, don't fade that as well. Anywho, we are about to ready to hit 9 o'clock. Looks like the market wants to dump yet again. Dude, it's almost like clockwork every single night. 9 o'clock comes around. And lately, Japan wants to sell off first. The gains for the day, or, where we're currently at. And then China usually starts buying in a little bit more later. China and Germany at like 3 a.m. at the most. So we can go back here and take a look too. As we fell from the morning, we sold off their buy-in that they did over the last few nights. Yeah, that's just kind of what's been happening every night now. Moon Label says, which moving average do I have on my chart? I primarily just look at the 200 SMA. Yep, that's what this one is here. So again, we are sitting above the 200 SMA, which is bullish. But we're about ready to break right down through it. So not quite that bullish, right? But we did rise above it today. So take that with what you will. We just haven't been able to stay above it very long here in the last few weeks. 200 is a solid trend indicator. I 100% agree. That's my primary indicator. Pretty much the 200 SMA. And of course, your basic trend lines. I'm not much of a trader anymore. I can pretty much see like this head and shoulder right here, this head and shoulder pattern right there, and the 15-minute. It's a 15-minute chart. That's a long-term head and shoulder. That's obviously not good. That's a bearish head and shoulder, not an inverse head and shoulder. But I mean, you can also do the opposite too. You can go a little far out and you can see, oh well, this looks like a inverse, or actually it looks more like around an Adam and Eve double bottom, right? Not quite a double bottom, but yeah. I mean, if you can eventually pick up some of these trends in the market, again, as a long-term investor, I'm not really looking out too short term, but this kind of stuff I see. And again, I'm in here for the long haul, man. I'm in here for the long haul. I've bought and not sold any biddies in 3 years. So now, you know, the altcoins I'll definitely sell off and rotate, but not my biddies. Lambo says most of my money has been made hodling. Exactly. That's just what I said. Exactly, man. Yeah, you get it. It's that simple. It's the 4-year hold. I mean, I have made more money in probably 2 years' salary in just one 4-year hold. Like, I can't imagine where we're going to be in the next 4-year cycle. It's insane. Mondo Cat says, hold that Bitcoin. You're damn right. That is what we're doing. And we only got a few more months until we see some serious shit. And again, you can't go back in time. You can't get any more biddies. Time's running out. We got 24 hours. And then, yeah, we're probably going to see a big sell-off. More than likely a sell the news event, as we are predicting. Moon Lambo knows what's up. He knows what's going on. He knows how this market's played. Buy the rumor, sell the news. And unfortunately, the truth behind the news for this is not a rumor. And it's also not... It's a historical event that's never going to end. So... it is going to be a temporary buy and sell event as we get over the next few months. I'm excited, man. I was actually planning this entire year out this way, and I had a coworker that's leaving, and I'm super excited because she's going on maternity leave, and her I planned her pregnancy with the halving like almost perfectly. Like, so next week she's about ready to go on leave, and I'm gonna get like 3 months break as Bitcoin has probably all-time highs and everything else within the next 3 months. Yeah, it's gonna be magical. I can't wait. And you can only take so much at McDonald's. Like when people are there and giving you your shit, and your boss just won't let you do your job and always narking on you. Yeah, but yeah, you probably shouldn't be working at McDonald's anyway if you're pregnant, right? Oh my god. Anywho, so yeah, definitely be holding, definitely be stacking. These are the final months. We have some decent DCA opportunities. I mean, we may never ever see Bitcoin ever get back down under, again, these levels we're talking about, 60, 50K ever again after this year. We just don't know. There may be a massive sell-off in 2025, but where are we going to be at that point? 225,000? Are we going to be at 350,000? Are we going to be at 500,000? Or some crazy earth-shattering event where basically, like, that movie I just saw yesterday, Civil War, where everyone was... at war with each other in the States, and a freaking soda was $300 American. Oh my god! By the end of the decade, $1 million Bitcoin. Moon Lambo says, I believe it. By the end of the decade, I mean that's only 6 years. Kathy Wood's predictions even sooner than that, right? I think hers is 2020. She keeps upping it though, man. She's getting more bullish by the day. She knows something we don't know. Well, I think the big thing is the banks. And we covered this a little bit yesterday, but the banks, essentially aren't in at all yet. And Goldman Sachs basically flipped on us. They said they were going to get in a few weeks ago. Then now they're talking all this bearish nonsense. They're probably getting in and holding the books back. But yeah, the banks are getting in. They're playing the ETFs right now. They're watching them like a hawk. They want to see who's the top 3, and then they're just going to start picking the winners, and we're off. Bank of America, JP Morgan. JP Morgan was on the news, too. I wonder if I can find that quick before I go for the night. But yeah, JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, right? JP, I get wasn't JP Morgan. Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon. It was today, I believe. I heard it today. When he speaks, everyone listens. Was this it? Was this a day ago? A 20-minute interview. Oh God. But yeah, he basically talks about how Bitcoin's going up, but it's not going to stay. And it could. I don't see it as currency, but I do see it as.
It's fine. But it's banking. Someone's going to have to hold the money. Someone's going to have to move the money. Someone's going to have to raise the money. Someone's going to have to do research, around money.
It probably wasn't that one. It was probably the hyped up fraud. I remember that. Freaking interview. That was ridiculous. That was around the same time when BlackRock came out and said they were buying it. Yeah, I don't know where it went. It's so hard to freaking find these after they come out. But yeah, Jamie Dimon basically came out and said, yeah, he expects Bitcoin to be used in the future, but not as currency. It's transactions. So it pretty much means that he's fighting the books for everyone else. He's playing the Warren Buffett card, right? Talk about the things that you want to sell and don't talk about the things you want to buy. That's what he's doing. But yeah, anywho. Whoa, I think my computer just crashed. Damn. Whoa. There we go. Moon Lambo says, I agree with that. Bitcoin will be the store of value, but won't buy a Big Mac with Bitcoin. That's for sure. Yep, no one's going to be buying it. No one buys it, and that's the thing. No one's at the McDonald's at my work like shaving off gold bars to buy a freaking combo. Even though in some states Big Mac combo is like $20. So it's insane how much fast food is going for. Don't forget, though, that McDonald's is not only in the restaurant industry for the franchise. It's in the real estate industry. I mean, that is their biggest moneymaker is real estate. They're kind of playing if you look at it, I actually compare it the same way to BlackRock. BlackRock is using every investor to purchase them the Bitcoin so they can hold the Bitcoin off the backs of the investors. Same way that McDonald's is using the franchisee owners to purchase the real estate. It's a messed up world we live in, man. Capitalism. Anywho, yeah. So I really do think this is probably going to be another sell-off tonight, at least until midnight, 3 a.m. We could probably see some bit of a rise. And again, the Chinese markets need to start seeding their ETFs because they're going to start trading next week. According to certain sources, they're going to be starting to trade ETF, Bitcoin spot ETFs next week. So there may be some of that flooding into China early over the weekend. I don't know how they're going to do that. Oh, again, over the counter is gone, right? It's all dried up. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But by next week, man, if we're going to see some influx. Something's going to give because only 300,000, less than 300,000 on Coinbase right now for these ETFs in America. And the ETF wars have just started. So I'm bullish as all hell. I can't wait to see where we end up next week, next month, next year. This is only the beginning. Money will flood soon. And Moon Lambo said he's being safe and just hodling. 100%, man. 100%. Well, I appreciate you guys coming out again tonight. Thank you for all your support. I'm here. I'm here still doing the show. I'm here still making, doing my thing, trying to preach to the choir, if you will, as I get out there, man. Yeah, man. I'm going to be here every single day until we, we're at $1 million, and maybe I'll rethink my life at that point. I'm thinking about traveling and just going on the road, and just going to different I want to get out there and talk to people, man. And me and Mato are trying to work on some things in the background. I want to get on. I have a guy, a Gen Zer that I know from playing online games with for years now. That he just really started buying Bitcoin and some crypto the beginning of this year. And so I'm really proud of him. I want to bring him on the show next week. So I'm going to be doing that. I also have, again, I'm working on some things. I want to interview people in the metaverse, right? Right now, the best metaverse we have are going to be in VR. So I'll be getting on there soon once we can finish this this avatar. Oh my God. All right, man. Well, thanks again, guys. Have a great night. Keep stacking sats. Don't let your dreams be dreams, and buy Bitcoin. Because this is it, man. This is the last freaking moment. This is all the time we got left. It's like we got moments until the halving. Hours, less than a day. Well, after this hour, I think it's just about a day, right? Yeah. So have a great night. Thanks for showing up. And do all the things. Like, subscribe, comments below, yada, yada, yada. And I'll see you later. Peace. Otaku out.
Insufficient. We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law. You always print money to do that. I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency. Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky. So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right